everybody, it is Calxiyn here. If you guys enjoy this video, you guys should subscribe so you guys can get up to date on all of the RWBY news and stuff like that, but you guys should become patrons over on Patreon if you want to support the channel and follow me on social media so you guys can stay up to date and all of that stuff. So, we have some announcer files from BlazBlue, and so if you guys don't know, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle has the RWBY characters in it. And basically what this is a video that has been posted. I'm just gonna show you guys the account. I'll also link it in the comment section, like as a pinned comment and all that stuff. And so yeah. So they have found, like they basically, I don't know how people do this, they like mined the patch. I don't know if that's like the proper wording. Anyway, they discovered some announcer voices, I guess, for some of the characters. And so I'm just gonna like keep it real. Okay, I don't know how true this is necessarily, like, they have sort of people talking to each other in the comments that multiple people have extracted the same files, so it's not like that this is fake and somebody made this up, other people are able to find it, so that sort of gives me hope. But there's basically three sort of explanations, or three things that could be going on here. So I just want to sort of, have you guys brace yourselves, right? Option 1, none of these characters make it in. Option 2, some of them make it in and some of them don't. And I'm gonna explain why I think that in a minute. Option 3 is that all of them make it in. Like, those are basically the only three options, is that none of them happen, some of them happen, or all of them happen, right? Because looking at this, I feel like that this could be not a trick, but like almost a trap, you know what I'm saying? Like a situation where, I don't remember what did this, but I think a show like filmed alternate endings to different seasons. Maybe it was Game of Thrones, I don't remember, but they filmed sort of alternate endings, so if somebody leaked it, you wouldn't be able to find the real one or something like that. And so I feel like maybe that could be possibly what's going on here, is that they had the announcer voice, sort of voice a bunch of characters, or have the voices for a bunch of characters, if that makes sense. So, in case it did get leaked, it's sort of, I don't want to say misguiding, but like, almost like a wild goose chase, you know what I'm saying? Like, they put that in on purpose to sort of mislead people about which characters would be in it and which characters wouldn't be, to keep it a surprise. I think that's the nicest way of saying it, to sort of like put needles in a haystack, so to speak, so you don't know exactly which characters will make it in or not. I feel like that's sort of realistic for what they could have been doing here, but anyway, I'm just gonna play it for you. I'm gonna, have you guys have a listen, because this is, like, it would be hard to sort of fake the announcer voice saying, these names. And so they were obviously recorded for a reason, and somebody else brought up a good point that they could have just recorded all of them because these were characters that they wanted to put in the game, and so they thought, oh, well, we may as well record, the announcer saying all of their names and we'll narrow it down later. I think that's a possibility too. Because I don't think any of these choices are necessarily wrong, but I'm gonna go through one by one and be like, is that a good idea? And like, whatever. Probably not one by one, but more like 4, and then one by one, and you guys will see what I mean, so.
Joan Arc, Pura Nikos, Nora Valkyrie, Lai Ren.
So yeah, Juniper makes sense, I guess, like, just because obviously, like, they're the other main team other than Team RWBY, so it's like, alright, like, I'll go with that. Like, I think that Juniper's not necessarily a bad choice, right? Like, they all sort of have interesting weapons, except for John, sorry. Like, I don't know what they would do with him. That's the only, choice to me that raises some eyebrows, because Pyrrha has sort of a really cool weapon, a really cool semblance, same with Nora, same with Ren, so I'm just sort of like, okay, like, I don't know what to tell y'all. But, I think that those are the most likely, because if you have RWBY, it just makes sense to sort of add Juniper, right? And so I didn't check all the other ones, but I feel like that the other thing too is there are other voices in here, and so it's sort of like, for me, I'm like, wow, this is a lot of RWBY characters to be in a game that's not RWBY, that's not solely RWBY. But at the same time, if, say, like, Persona 4, if they get the same amount as the RWBY characters, it's sort of like, okay, well, that's sort of, it equals it all out, right? But let's continue.
Sun Wukong,
See, so this is the another weird one because Sun has a very cool weapon, like cool fighting style, all that stuff. Like I think he would be really fun to play as, but in terms of relevance to like the actual show, I'm just sort of like, like I don't know. He just seems like such a weird choice out of other iconic characters that I feel like that if the middle option is right and some of these happen and some of them don't, I feel like that this is one of the ones where it's like Sun isn't as interesting as the other characters that are sort of on the list in terms of like relevance to the show. In terms of fighting style, I think he definitely has the best one out of the ones here, but you guys will see, you know, the other ones, and so you guys can sort of decide that for yourself. But Sun, I'm like that's a strange
Cinder Fall.
Yeah, so obviously Cinder makes sense. Like, she's basically sort of main big bad for 3 seasons. So, you know, I mean, I guess not exactly 3 seasons, but you guys understand what I'm saying. She is basically the first person that RWBY ever fights, other than Roman and his goons, I guess. They're down there too. But you guys know what I mean. And so, yeah, that makes sense. Cinder has a lot of cool stuff that she can do, the weapon transformations and all that stuff. So I'm like, cool. Like, that seems like a good choice. That seems reasonable. That seems like a quality idea. Let's just say that.
Roman Torchwick.
I think Roman's a good one too. So this is where I'm like, there are better options on this list than Sun. And I don't want to like trash on Sun, but it's like in terms of relevancy, Roman's dead, and so you guys may be like, well, Sun's more relevant than Roman, and he is, but I feel like Roman and then the next one, which we'll get to, like, they are definitely more fan favorites, and I feel like that's also important too, because at the end of the day, you want people to buy the game, like RWBY fans. This is how I sort of imagine it, right? RWBY fans bought this game just for RWBY, and for some people, RWBY being in the game was not enough. But Roman being in the game, Neo, who is next on the list, like, that will be enough for some people. And so let me just...
Neapolitan.
Like, with Neo, it's sort of like, people will buy this game just because Neo's in it. Like, they don't even care about the rest of the Team RWBY, you know, just because Neo's in it. And so at the same time, it's sort of like, I don't know if Sun has the same star power as Neo and Roman do. You guys may, like, disagree. But I feel like that's sort of... I'm not, like, trying to say that's shady. I think that's just a fact. That RWBY fans are only buying this game for RWBY, right? And so if RWBY wasn't enough for them, Neo definitely is. Neo is definitely going to be for some people. And so that's why I'm like, even though Sun has a cool fighting style and I would really like to play as him, I'm sort of just like, Sun doesn't necessarily, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I wouldn't be like, yes, like, I'm gonna buy this game just because Sun's in it. I think some people definitely would, though. I'm sure that there are some ride or die Sun fans out there, but I think there's definitely more for Neo, and so putting her in the game makes a lot more marketing sense to get people to buy the thing. So, yeah.
Emerald Sustrai.
So, that's the weird one. I'm like, why is Emerald here? I like Emerald. I like her fighting style. I like her weapon, but at the same time, I feel like that if not all the characters make it in, it's sort of like Emerald was like just put here as a red herring, because I don't see how Emerald makes sense as a choice unless they've thought of something really cool to do with her, like for fighting style. But I'm saying that if they all get in, great. But if only some of them get in and they pick Emerald over like Sun, for example, I would be like, really? Really? Okay, like that's interesting, right? Just because Emerald's not as interesting as Sun in terms of the actual fighting style that he has, right? Emerald's semblance is interesting, the hallucinations and stuff like that, but I don't know. Like Sun and his clones and his, like, you know, nunchuck thingies, like those are a lot more interesting. And also Mercury's not here, so to put Emerald in the game, but to leave like Mercury just alone and sidelined, like I feel like that would be hilarious, but also not nice. Like I feel like I would find that funny. Would other people find that funny? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, that's just my thought on Emerald, I guess. Just because I heard that and I was like, really? Like I feel like if not all of them get in, Emerald was just here, you know, to throw people off, maybe just in case. If Emerald gets in over somebody else, and with my sort of middle theory that not all of them will make it, I'm just gonna be like, okay.
Adam Taurus.
So Adam to me definitely makes sense, especially because I feel like, again, not to the same amount as Neo, but people will definitely buy this game just because Adam is in it. Especially after, again, the Adam controversy, like, just to get a chance to play as Adam and, like, unleash his, I don't know, cool skills or whatever people think that he has. Like, I feel like that would be a lot of fun for people, and so I feel like, again, from a marketing thing, like, which characters to include to get people to buy the game, definitely Neo and Adam seem high on that list for me. Other than that, I don't really have anything to say. I did notice at the end of the video here, there was a little, like, rickroll, and it's basically how Arc systems or whatever, the people that make the game, like, are gonna react to people reacting to the data that they left in. Like, so basically, I think that this poster is sort of, you know, poking fun. Again, I don't know the company well enough, but it's like, I think that whoever uploaded this may be like, we may all just be getting debated and they did this on purpose for some reason. I feel like that would be a sort of interesting move. But yeah, that's basically it. That's basically all I have to say. Yeah. And I hope that this helps you guys. If you guys are thinking about BlazBlue, thinking about buying BlazBlue, I wouldn't do it quite yet. I would wait first. But if you guys want a renewed interest, I feel like this would renew the interest for a lot of people. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys later. Bye, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I'm just going to take a moment here to thank our patrons over on Patreon and our Discord server moderators who are a part of our community. CalPals at the $2 tier get exclusive access to our CalPals community Discord server, exclusive access to our video scripts, exclusive access to schedules, updates, polls, the live podcast, and the chat to ask questions for our monthly Q&A. They also get the name feature at the end of every video. There's also a special reward. At the beginning of every month, CalPals will be able to vote for me to watch the first episode of whatever anime or cartoon that they want. This encourages us to watch some cool new anime that you guys may want us to see, or maybe you just want us to watch like the first episode of some crazy like quirky anime where we never like react to the entire series, but you guys are just like, wow, this is like so weird and so crazy, I just want to see them react to the first episode. The Caterpillars at the $5 tier have access to all previous rewards, and they also have access to our videos a week in advance early access, so that's a week early before they are released onto YouTube. And there's also a special reward. Patrons at this tier will get access to an exclusive reaction series that'll be posted for patrons and patrons only. It will not be public to YouTube until after it's finished and another Patreon exclusive series has started. So basically, the patrons get their own anime reaction series of whatever anime that they vote for, and it's just for them. It won't be on YouTube, so it's totally for patrons and to the benefit of all of the wonderful patrons who support us at this tier. The Calxiyn have access to all previous rewards, exclusive access to our videos as soon as they're ready, and so in the past this has been, say, 14 days, so 2 weeks in advance, sometimes 30 days in advance, so like a month early, sometimes they've been 60 days in advance, so imagine getting to watch the videos on our channel basically 2 months before anyone else, because it does happen depending on how much Hunter and I pre-record in advance. They also have the ability to invite one of their friends into the Discord server without them needing to pledge on Patreon, so if you have a friend that loves the cartoons that we react to, or the anime we react to, or, the video games, cartoons, and anime we do discussion videos on, you can bring them as a part of our community without them having to need to pledge. But they also get a special reward, and this is 3 video tickets. So these can be used to request videos. 1 ticket equals 10 minutes, so if you guys have seen, we've done a lot of shipping video requests, we've done a lot of reaction requests that say pay Patreon video in the brackets, and so those are videos that patrons have used their tickets on to get us to do for them. The Calzones have access to the Calzone, which is a special reward for this tier that I'll explain in a moment, but they get access to all previous rewards. They get 6 video tickets, which would be long enough for, say, 2 anime episode reactions, or 6 10-minute videos, so 6 shipping videos, for example, 6 discussion videos if they're all 10 minutes long, and they also have the ability to invite 2 of their friends into the Discord server without them needing to pledge on Patreon. And they will also get access to the VIP chat since they are a VIP. And so that is where the Calxiyn comes in. The Calxiyn is our VIP text chat on Discord. We also do a monthly VIP-only voice call. Let's just take a small break here to thank the moderators on my Discord server. So they obviously help out a lot with moderating and setting up events for the community and just being, you know, generally good parts of the community to have around. So I just wanted to include this little bit in between all the patrons to just sort of thank them for their work, thank them for helping out in my community, and all that sort of stuff. The Calxiyn have access to all previous rewards, 15 video tickets, the ability to add me as a friend on Discord so I can go ahead and make a private group chat with them so they have direct private access to us, the ability to invite 3 of their friends onto the Discord server without them needing to pledge on Patreon. Those friends will also get access to the VIP chat as well. And their special reward is auto-hosting their live streams on my Twitch and being able to promote their videos in the Discord server. The Catastrophes have access to all previous rewards, 30 video tickets, access to my private Instagram, Snapchat, and a private group with just Hunter and I. They have the ability to invite 5 of their friends into the Discord server without them needing to pledge over on Patreon, and those friends will also get access to the VIP chat since at the $100 tier you are of course a VIP. For the special reward, we would make videos and collaborate together, so we could write the script together, record the lines together, edit and post the video on my channel. They would be sort of credited and all of their links would be posted in the description and all of that normal stuff that you would expect from a collaboration like this. But obviously it is a very special project because it would be, you know, from a patron, it would be sort of a community project, and that's why it's one of my favorite special rewards. So again, one big thank you to all the patrons over on Patreon who help keep the channel alive. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.